Hey everybody, my name's Damon with Harmony Arms, and I'm out here today with TechMat. And we're doing a little segment on first-time gun buyers or novices to the industry, what you want to bring to the range, what should you bring, and also things that we like to bring. So as you can see behind me, we have some of your basics. Now, what we like to bring is table, camp chairs, sometimes even a pop-up, and then all the little things which we can get into later. The necessities are obviously going to be your ear protection, your hearing protection, your eye protection, right? Whether it be sunglasses or actual range glasses. Your firearms, what you want to shoot, cleaning kits, range bag that necessarily has some other stuff in it. We always like to bring the duct tape for those, fixes that you got to take care of. And then of course the targets and the stuff that you're going to shoot. Now there is a difference between public lands, private lands, indoors and outdoors. So as we go through all these things to help you guys figure out all the things that you need to bring to make sure you're really, wire tight when you're at the range, we'll go over each of those things individually to help you out. As you can see, we're on public lands today. Now, we're actually over on the side a little bit where we're filming, so it's a little bit off the beaten path, but in the main area behind us, what you'll find is when everybody comes, they kind of line up very closely, kind of almost like a firing line, but since there isn't an RSO, a range safety officer, kind of monitoring the whole area, here's the main thing. You can be shooting anywhere from 20 to 100 feet away. You can have other people shooting as well. Now what'll happen is they'll get done shooting, they want to go check their targets, but you're not done shooting. And a lot of times they'll just walk right out there. So you need to freeze. You need to actually cease fire and make sure that anybody past that firing line, you're being courteous and respectful to them. And what you'll find is that a lot of times they'll be courteous and respectful back. I've seen that for many years. It's really awesome when the industry can come together and be really safe and courteous and respectful while we're all out trying to have a great time. And like I said, safety number one. Okay, now the other thing with public lands, you need to check your local laws because there's a lot of things you can't do on a public land, like powdered explosives. Some of the ones, I'm not going to name any of the brands out there, but there's a few out there that you mix the powders together, you put them on, you can shoot them and blow them. They're a lot of fun, but a lot of places they're actually banned because unfortunately they can cause fires and it can be a real damaging effect. So make sure you check with your local laws, all right? The other thing is when you're on public lands, you also want to realize there's a lot of sun. If you're shooting in the summertime, the springtime, this year we had well over 100 degrees. I was out on the range a bunch of times, and so we actually had pop-ups, and that can do a lot to save your time. So when I was out on the range 4, 5, 6, 7 hours in a day, we had to have that shade, we had our table and our camp chairs. You want to take those rests, but at the same time, be respectful to everyone around you. Now, the other cool thing about public lands, you get to meet people all the time that you don't normally get to meet, okay? So sometimes I would go over and say, hey, how you doing? My name's Damon. Just curious what you're shooting today, and haven't seen that rifle before, that's cool. Or hey, this is what I've got. Maybe you want to come check it out and shoot a little bit. And I get to meet some amazing and fun people having a great time in the industry, having a great range day. So there's a couple things right there you really want to be aware of when you're on public lands. Of course, make sure there's no signage telling you that shooting's prohibited. Make sure everything's okay, local laws and everything like that. But the main thing is all about safety like we talked about. So make sure you're respectful to others, be safe where you are, because safety is number one, and that's what we want to do, be able to come back and have more fun and have those great range days with our family and friends and loved ones. Okay, when we're talking about what you bring to the range, there are some bare essentials that you have to have, okay? So that would be obviously your cleaning kit and your range bag, okay, depending on, now I've got a big cleaning kit with everything in it, and I've got a range bag that has the simple stuff in it, like the hearing protection, eye protection, usually some tape, maybe some target stickers, some basics like that. But then again, if you don't have a huge kit like mine, you can actually have this little kit like this. This is actually from Pig Lube. This is their little field kit. It's got all the basic essentials for cleaning in here. It's got some Pig Lube. I've got the cleaner and stuff in my other bag. Awesome stuff. Now this right here is a little bit of a kind of a trauma kit so that you can, if anybody, heaven forbid, something really bad happens, you can help take care of them. First aid kit, something like that. Main thing though is you also want to have your TechMat. So love TechMats. These things are fantastic, but the main thing is going to protect your emergency tool, your firearm, okay? So whether you have the long one here for AR platforms or rifles, or you have your pistol kits, either way, you got to have something soft to put this on. You don't want to scratch up your your firearms, your pistols and rifles, etc. Obviously, hearing protection, I've got some little push-ins right here, but you definitely want to have your hearing protection. Now, I'm going to tell you this. Electronic earmuffs, the only way to go. All right, and there are some great stuff that you can push in your ear that are electronic as well. But these right here, you're $50 to $70. You're going to get some great hearing protection, and it beats all day those little squishy things you put in your ear. Can't stand those. After using electronic ones, it's the only way to go. It's actually a decibel filter, so you'll be able to hear everything because there's microphones on them. But at the same time, it's going to filter the decibels not to hurt your hearing. Okay. So also range glasses. Now I just use sunglasses when I'm outside because I like, you know, what a sunglasses do for you. But at the same time, you could just have regular range glasses. Now, I'll tell you, if you're just starting out, I used racquetball glasses for about 5 years and they worked fantastic. And then I got over and got some range glasses and stuff like that, okay? So there's some of the very basics. I do have camp chairs I usually put out, my folding table. So there seems like a lot of stuff, but when you're out there and you're having a great time, you're out there for a few hours, you know, it's really not a lot of stuff. You're gonna find it makes life very easy and very convenient for you. Now, as far as targets go, tell you what, there's a ton of stuff to shoot and there's a lot of fun stuff. Fruit, love to shoot fruit, but it can get expensive. Sometimes you can get these bowling pins for a few bucks. Got to mention, I put the duct tape underneath my bowling pin there. Duct tape is awesome to have on the range. Also 550 cord in case you have to fix something or tie something down. I do love computer stuff, old CDs, and of course we got our targets from Pig Lube here. So there's some games on there because obviously you want to increase your skills, you want to practice correctly, but at the same time you want to have fun. So Pig Lube has some great stuff, little games, pool, and some other things that are going to be instructive and help you increase your skill, but also you're going to have fun on the range. So make sure that you have all the essential gear, take your friends, family, loved ones on the range, be safe. You know, make sure you have the right stuff so you can be convenient and have a great time to increase our skill and just make it a better industry overall.